what you're expecting out of these teams. Do you think we're going to see Nick play any 4 Darks here?
I have no idea. Is it good?
I mean, there's like one NA team playing it quite a lot and doing quite well with it.
Okay.
I
Is that
don't.
mostly based off the Surge?
I think. Well, like a lot of Darkseer's like weaknesses are his laning, right? And so what you have is a good laner with Iron Shell on and a Darkseer with Surge for them, and that
Yeah.
makes that go away. And then Vacuum. I think they go like 0-2-2 into max Vacuum with Wall at 6. And if you have like a Sven, like if you have like any sort of like carry or team fight heroes that benefit from either Vacuum or Surge, it's just like a decent position for, and it shoves waves like super safely and all the rest of it. So
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I think
I
it's
didn't
meant
think
to be
about that.
okay.
I do like having wave clear on the pos 4. It's really valuable.
Yeah.
There's also a 4 that you can get quite greedy on potentially if your if your offlaner is okay to stay by themselves for a little bit. You can easily just take a stacked camp.
Yeah.
Can you still get the high ground stacks with Vacuum?
Yes, but I would probably say it's a lot more effort than it's worth most of the time.
Okay.
Just because of the vacuum cooldown's so big, right? Like you then don't do anything
It's
for
pretty much
a
only
minute.
the ancients as well, so Darkseer can't.
It's the
really
ancients
benefit
on
from
Radiant and the hard camp on Dire, I think, right? With some tree cut.
Yeah, the hard camp nearest
Just
the
above.
base, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In the triangle, yeah.
There might be, you might be able to do, I can't remember where the cliffs are, the hard camp in the medium camp by the mid lane as well. On Dire. And on Radiant probably. With a bit of work.
that camp on Radiant has a very short aggro time.
Okay.
It is super short, yeah. Very annoying to stack it. I think the most annoying one is the medium camp just below the one next to mid lane on Radiant Jungle. I like always mess up stacking that camp.
Yeah.
I guess so. So for the viewers, we've got a second pick coming out for God Kings of the Universe, and then Stephen has asked for Radiant for Beaver Revolucion. I think like
is Radiant still advantage? Is it, or is it like 50-50 and it's just sort of preference?
I think it's mostly preference now. I haven't seen like a massive. I mean I assume if you're like pro level, I assume there is a difference. I haven't looked, to be honest, but like when I play games now, I know I like after the ancients got moved, I feel like it's pretty even.
Yeah, it's a bit more symmetrical than it used to be.
Yeah. Like Dire has negatives and positives for like Roche control and things, so I think it's alright.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't get your ancients because they're on the other side of the map if you're like stuck around Roche, but equally you have an outpost you can teleport to.
So far, we're sitting pretty evenly since the start of season 18. We've got 7 out of 13 wins on Dire.
So that's interesting.
Even.
I think most teams sort of still prefer Radiant. I think I saw one team choose Dire. Can't remember who it was.
I think last season I kept trying to convince my team to choose Dire, but Stephen didn't want to, so we never did. But I thought Dire was better during last season.
Was that when the Ancients were still in the Radiant jungle?
Yeah.
Because I think Dire was better at that point, yeah.
Yeah. So into the draft, Doom probably ban. I'm expecting Doom ban and Lena bans heroes that I've pretty sure. Pango ban.
Radiance ban.
That was not on my list of expected bans.
Yeah.
I don't expect Stephen to follow the expected bans as closely as Nathan will be persuading Ollie to.
Yeah, I just don't look at like God Kings of the Universe and no one of the players strike me as Pango players.
10 seconds to
Nathan
go.
had some success with it last season.
That was pos 4, he's mid now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Do we think was the Chen ban from God Kings the next one?
I don't know. I don't actually know how good Mike thinks it is now.
They first picked it in Game 2 in Season 18-1.
So, I mean, if the Dire had done the homework, probably. They did win as well, right? Phoenix ban. They don't want
did
to
win,
play
yeah.
against Nyx Phoenix.
Yes.
Which makes sense. That hero is pretty good. I think somebody's going to slam pick a Doom, but I don't know who it is.
Is there any reason to not just first pick it?
I mean,
10 seconds to
so
go.
for Radiant, I don't know who plays Doom on their team.
5 seconds.
I don't know
Yeah,
Biggles.
that's a good point.
Hero pool. It doesn't strike me as a
is-
equip hero.
It is first pickable if you have enough flex in where you can put it, because if they counterpick you with like a Slark or a Nursa, even though this is banned, but just for example, and you don't want to run it as a core anymore, then you can, the strength of the hero is it can play any role pretty much and do a good job.
10 seconds.
Yeah, and
to
I think
go.
God Kings can like play it mid or off lane pretty
5
safely.
seconds. Dire's
I
pick.
don't think it's a Nick hero. Underlord is the choice.
That's somewhat of a deny pick as well, because I know Nelson likes that in the pulse 3.
Yeah. I think they'll probably just go Doom and say, unless something dramatically goes wrong, we'll give this to Nelson. And he's been playing a little
10
bit of it
seconds to
recently.
go. 5 seconds.
But we'll see. Like, I'm just going from what Nathan was
Radiant's
talking
pick.
about, mostly. Yeah, there we go.
Dire's pick.
And
Snap
Chen.
pick Chen, there it is.
Is Doom not really good against Chen? It feels like
It's okay.
you like make his laning phase much worse because you just eat the creep that he brings. But I guess then you have to save
10
Devour,
seconds to
and it has a
go.
much
Yeah.
longer cooldown.
5
I mean,
seconds.
Chen can always. I feel like you don't have to necessarily go and walk into the lane and do stuff with your creeps as Chen. Like, there's other ways to impact that don't involve you going near Doom, and then you
Radiant's
can just
ban.
watch and wait for him to devour something.
Lion.
And once that sort of happens, you can go and
Dire's ban.
Lion. Okay,
Assume this is a Nick Lion.
I assume so. I kind of the opinion that Lion is complete trash at the moment. I just think the hero is terrible.
It's not one of the heroes that's at the top of my list. I
10
don't think
seconds to
it's
go.
that bad. I don't think it's like, I'm
5
trying to think what I
seconds.
think is like unplayable. Lone Druid. Sets having
Pudge.
watched Liquid win with that. Yeah, Pudge. Pudge is like the worst. Surprised by the PL ban, given you have an Underlord. Like,
They just respect Ellie's PL, I think.
yeah, I feel like
as you should.
if they wanted PL though, I think they probably would have picked it already.
I think even as good as Ellie's PL is, it's not really
Radiant's
like
ban.
can't just slam it because it's not good enough as a hero right now.
Yeah, it's just like, so the way that I see drafting, I don't know about you, but if I'm second pick, I have two strong picks, which is the last pick in phase 1 and the last pick in the draft. And Nathan is not giving up the last pick in the
10
draft,
seconds
so
to
that would be
go.
like, if I want PL, this is the only place I can pick it,
5
really.
seconds.
Whereas obviously your next two picks on Radiant are your strongest picks, along with the first pick.
Yeah.
But the first pick is like basically what is the most broken hero
Dire's
left in the
ban.
pool. And I think in IDL for the most part there is no agreement on what that might be.
No.
Because we all have different hero pools and different abilities on things.
Well, I believe the answer is
Radiant's
Jakiro,
ban.
no matter what.
I think normally this might be the only series we have all season where nobody is overly interested in Jakiro pick or ban.
Keats likes it.
Yeah, but Keats won't play it
Not
2
that
games in a
much.
row, will he? So does Ollie
Depends
like it?
depends
10
how much
seconds
Steven
to
cracks the
go.
whip. I don't know.
I don't know.
5 seconds.
If there's one thing I remember from all my seasons with Keats, it's I'll play anything, just not the same thing twice. Tom's saying that they picked Jakiro in season 18. I
Did
assume
they?
that was Keats, 18-1. So all I remember about Nathan's team in the first attempt at this series is Ollie's Earthshaker.
Okay, my food's ready, so I'm going to have to leave you guys for now. I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Dyer's ban.
I will stay as there's no one else to join you.
Yeah, no worries. That's good. So we've got Drow and Conquerband from Steven's team. It's another Ellie hero, and I guess a Nathan hero. And we've got Beaver,
10
Quap.
seconds to go.
So I assume this is trying to get Quib to pick Zeus,
5
coming out from
seconds.
God Kings. Nathan's been, I think, planning a lot on what he's going to play mid against still with Quib's heroes. I think he wanted the Quap to get picked, but because he said he had a plan. I can't remember what it was. Unfortunately, I'm not that useful.
There's also a possibility that he just takes this Doom mid later.
Yeah, like I think that's absolutely the threat, right? Like if you don't pick something that is good in lane against Doom, Nathan will just take this Doom and snowball pretty hard. And if you do take something that's good against Doom, then I don't really know how many bad off lanes Doom has. Alex
Dyer's
mentioned
ban.
Slark. I think that's one. Arkwoodham is pretty good later on, at least. I don't know about the lane. So I guess now we get to see if Ollie is playing Earthshaker, Tusk, or some other hero that we haven't
10
yet seen him
seconds to
single-handedly save a game or win a game on.
5 seconds.
AM versus Doom. Yep, that's true.
Last time he was on Witch Doctor for one of the games,
Radiant's pick.
which he is particularly good at. That's more than likely Ali's hero in the Clinks.
I would have thought so.
But again, it's a hero that can be run mid as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of flexibility still. I know
10
Nathan
seconds to
likes
go.
all this flexible stuff, but I think realistically this is
5
probably
seconds.
like I think Steven's team are like 80 to 90% sure it'll be Ellie Clinks and Nelson Doom, unless like you pick like specifically to make Nathan play the Doom and make Nelson play something else. I forgot how slow drafts sometimes are.
Yeah, they do go on a good
Dyer's
while
pick.
this time. The only day ends up running out most of the time.
So I asked Nathan how he felt about Quib's Wonder Ranger yesterday, and he didn't. He seemed to not believe it was a thing while watching Quib like pop off on Wind Ranger. So I think this is more than likely Quib's hero, but I
10
think
seconds to go.
obviously Keats can always play it. I
5
don't know
seconds.
Biggles hero pool very well, so I couldn't give more on insight on that.
Radiant's pick.
Well, I know he's a big fan of Marana as a 4, but I've seen a lot more of his 4 hero pool than his 3.
And I opened the settings menu, so all the Radiant heroes are now stationless statues.
So
10
in
seconds
season
to go.
18.1, he did play a 3 Earthshaker.
Oh, you did, yeah.
5
I
seconds.
have vague recollections of that game.
Yes, you were in it.
I was in it. Sounds like it
Yeah.
probably went badly for me.
You were on Kunkka mid.
Did go badly for me. Yami's complaining we don't have Jakiro pick. I mean, there's still time. Keats could have it here. I mean, I think Steven has to now decide if he likes anti-mage in this game. He's lost to Ellie's Clinks on anti-mage in the All-Star game last season. Disruptor's pretty good against anti-mage. Doom can cause you issues later on into the game, but it gives you a good lane.
Radiant's ban.
There you go. Lifesteal is the choice.
I've got one that does not care about Doom at all.
Does care a little bit about Disruptor ult if you get caught, right? And also Clinks with an Orchid can mess you up.
Yes, but he normally works pretty well against Disruptor because
Dyer's
you
ban.
Can
Yeah,
get out
big
of the
length.
field and
and
everything.
you can just walk out of field.
And I don't think you care too much about Lion. I mean, Hex is always good, but there's literally, like, saying Hex is good is like saying, I don't know, grass is green, sky is probably grey, you know, those kinds of things.
I mean, Lifestealer has enough
10
health. He's not
seconds
one
to
of the
ban.
heroes that's really, really concerned about Hex.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a problem if you get, like, Hex into Doom, right?
Yeah.
And then
Even
you
so,
can't
I
rage,
don't
and Doom's
care.
damage adds up. But I think you just have to turn around and hit and heal through it.
10 seconds to
If
go.
you get like a Sand item or something, you should be okay.
Yeah, you
5
still got
seconds.
Feast.
Until they get Breakblade on Doom, if they
Dive
decide
ban.
that the X is good. Zeus ban. So they either think this is a Windranger 4 or. I mean, I know Keats probably plays things like Zeus, so it would be okay. Gotta ban the Jakiro
10
guys.
seconds to go.
Otherwise, the IDL logo himself
5
will appear.
seconds.
So far, since the start of the first season 18, Jakiro has had a 50% pick rate.
Is that the most picked still, or?
Radiant's pick.
Yes, it is. Most picked this this season though is Rubik at the moment.
Yeah.
And Jakiro with 100% pick ban rate still.
Until now, it might break.
10 seconds to go.
See, God Kings are pretty sure this is a Windranger
Dive
4.
pick.
And there's Jakiro.
There we are.
So,
The 100% pick ban rate.
yeah. It's been pointed out to me that the bottom team is very thematic. They're all like red and glowing, and the
10
Radiant
seconds
are
to go.
less thematic. A mixture of colours.
5
Yeah,
seconds.
they need to get their colour game on point.
Yep.
Really.
And I guess the question is now, what's Nathan want against this Windrunner?
That's a good question. I'm not sure really what has the best lane against Windrunner. I think that most things do okay.
Let's have a look at throw buff things.
I don't think there's many things that can punish her that hard.
It has to be like a heavy magic hero, right? Tinker apparently. Ember Spirit is apparently good, but he goes for Puck. Oh, yeah, he's been saying he wants to play Puck. I'm not totally
She can't then run
convinced.
fully away.
Yeah,
I don't think you stop her just farming the lane and jungle with power shot.
no, but I mean, I don't think you can really. I don't think anything can stop her farming. It's just I think later on, like if she doesn't get to be safe and do stuff. Nathan's fingers aren't fast enough for Puck has been called in the chat.
Ooh,
We will keep an eye on it.
it was suddenly showing off earlier today, dodging hoof stumps.
We'll see.
BKB is going to be pretty mandatory on this Windranger. Nathan's probably going to respond with Axe against Disruptor, Lion, and Puck.
Yeah, it's actually pretty tough for the Windranger pre-BKB, and I guess like Puck already wants the Aghanims this game, right?
Definitely against Lifestealer, yeah.
So it's going to be a tough game for
Places
the
everyone.
Windranger as it progresses, but we should see, like, we think pretty good farm, at least in the lane. Other lanes, looks like we've got everyone going top on Radiant. Now Steven maybe trying to decide where he wanted to lane. Still going top. Is this a gank attempt, maybe? Or just not clear? And Nathan's team's, like, tried to dodge, I think, quite a lot in my experience, right? They're like, this lane's not great, so we'll swap round.
But I think they'll be very happy laning Doom into Chan. Speaking of which, he's been poked here, but too close to the tower and stun misses.
Not gonna end up doing anything with the
30 seconds to show
HP regen on Divine Favor and the tower to to buff them up. They won't even need Tango, but they should probably get 2 for 2 runes. It looks like Steven. Like all 3 cores are still top for the Radiant. You'd have thought like they know the lanes now, so somebody should be running bottom, but just don't want to risk any. This is how we're playing against Nathan's team. They're going to smoke gank. So this is my call all last season was we send 4 people to stand on the triangle, so they can't do that. Big root out onto Ellie and the Jakiro slow as well. Lifesteal has the Orb of Venom, so Ellie could be in trouble there. And Ollie taking a lot of damage. Ellie's dead, first blood. The nice power shot to get to low enough for Steven to get the kill. Ollie makes his way back to the tower.
I think the Underlord didn't even need to contribute to that. He was on the disruptor all the time.
Yep. Oh, and they have Divine Favor to pull the lifestealer down, so it's not even costing him TPs. So that's a pretty smart play.
Well.
Abusing this channel already.
And find this this sentry ward.
We're struggling with the CS under the tower, but it does get the range creep deny. Nathan now has the creep positioning where he wants as well. It should be okay. So the big question now is, how Ellie should be able to recover fine, because I think they got like no XP on this Jakiro Doom for the kill. They were a long way away, chasing the disruptor. But I think Nelson's going to have a miserable time down here. Well, maybe not. Like he's Doom.
Yeah, I don't know. Chen would normally make this lane miserable, but they've got a team to just eat whatever creep he gets when he finally finds that sentry ward. There he is.
Yeah.
And he is going to be able to deward his sentry in time this time. I know he admitted he couldn't quite do that in the last game. He played it. Ended up blocking his camp there when he most needed it.
So what was the original sentry for? I missed
The
it.
original sentry was from Dire just to block the camp.
Ah, okay.
Stop Chen getting those really annoying neutrals, the RP, troll to give it mana regen.
Kill onto Lion. Nelson with the Scotch. I was wondering if he was going to go Infernal Blade fairly early this lane, just for the harass onto Lifesteal, because he doesn't want to rage, but I guess with Feast it might just not care.
Yeah. You've got to be pretty confident you're going to do enough damage to Lifestealer to actually commit to trying to arrest him.
The lanes, slight lead for the puck. Well, pretty big lead for the puck already. 9 and 4, 4 for 0. Top lane. Ellie's doing okay. Underlord has a slight edge, but not enough to.
There's just a lot of harass in this lane from the supports. You've got 2 of the highest magic damage spells at level 1.
Yeah. I mean, Clink's originally was meant to be one of those Underlord counters when Underlord was really broken. I don't know how much that's just changed more recently, just with the spam out the wave play that Underlords increasingly do. I don't think you can really have the kill threat. Looks like bot lane might be where most of our action might be. I think top lane we'll see probably fairly even farm. We might get the odd kill on Jakiro. But Jakiro's so tanky it's difficult.
There's just a lot of trading these harass spells, although Jakiro's taking a lot of damage at the moment for that Thunderstrike, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, he's got the salve left over as well. Assume Clink's also hit, yeah. Ellie's getting to like farm safely under the tower, so she's completely fine. Mid lane, let's look at that for a bit. We don't want to pay too much attention yet. Yeah, 5 denies on puck. Wondering if catching up a bit. 10 for 0 now. Lifesteal's 15 and 10. Spot lane's not going well. I mean,
Not at all.
I don't know what your thoughts on this are. I think this is generally considered to be the strongest safe lane duo in the league this season. Steven and Mike.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I'm just surprised it's gone so favoured so quickly. I was expecting it to be a little bit behind until Chan actually gets the creeps and some things that are very better from Chan. But bonus feast with bonus from Divine Favour is very hard to do anything about.
Yeah.
Nelson's getting aggressive and finds out he cannot and has to walk away.
Just luck of our man. While we do this, we miss a kill up top onto the disruptor. Just one too many trades with the Jakiro, I'm guessing. And Jakiro comes out on top, bought himself more tangos out, so keep doing this, sustaining his trading. He's low on mana a little bit, but 3 gen's okay. Underlord just doing exactly what I was suggesting he should, just shoving the wave into the tower. I hate that the drawing just like turns into a squiggle for me when I do it. Bounty runes coming up now.
Yeah, slightly unusual tactic to go for the ice buff at level 3, but it secures in the bounty ring.
Yeah. Top lane,
Death
Mike
row.
looks like he'll steal one, but an Ollie will steal one here. So 2 for 2. But I think
Mike is not going to get out.
Ollie
It's the
looks
Dream Coil on top.
pretty dead. Dream Coil as well. So I was watching the other fight to you. Yeah, so a kill trade and 2 for 2, both 5 positions, giving up their lives for a bounty rune. But a bit of a bigger spell coming out of the Dire with that Dream Coil going down, and Nathan wanted that bottle refill as well, so it's a bit of a loss for him.
I think both boss fights are pretty happy with that. That's a 200 gold for the team, effectively a 400 gold swing because you're denying it from the enemy.
Yeah.
So that's quite a lot more.
Mid lane, still a slight lead for Puck. I think the big like laning phase, it's pretty even. Top lane's going better for Dire, bot lane's going better for Radiant, mid lane's a slight edge for Dire, so we see a little bit of an advantage and a regen rune for Puck, because that's just what happens when you're divine, I guess, or something.
Well, Steven's having a bit more trouble in this lane now that he's got no Chen, and the lane's being pushed pretty hard into the tower with the catapult.
Yeah,
Now
but
the
he's
Dark's out.
got the Harpy now. Yeah, this is a lot of damage that Doom does. Like, if he does decide to get a point in Infernal Blade next, I think like Lifesteal could struggle because he's got no mana. I think the mana drain like really makes it hard because he can't like open wounds to like turn around and fight the Doom, and Feast just isn't enough quite yet.
Yeah, no mana. I'd kind of like to see a wand in this lane, especially against Lion, who's constantly going to be spamming out spells.
Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting thing I just thought of. I don't know if it's something that you should actually do, but Nick has this, I guess the mana drain is, look, rank 1. But I was wondering, like, should you just mana drain this Harpy creep? Or is it just not worth casting on it?
It has 4.4 mana regen.
Oh my
so
god. That's with the Bazzi, I guess, but yeah. So it has 3 mana regen base for... Is that something Chen gives the creep?
I believe so, yes.
Don't know. Next time I find a creep with mana, I'll click on it and see.
But most of them have quite low mana regen, about 0.5.
So lightning Harpy here. No, Harpy to help. Clink's level 6 as well in top lane.
What actually with draining the Harpy's mana is that there is another neutral creep that you could easily find with effectively CM Aura.
Yeah.
Right.
And he can have 2 creeps already, can't he? Yeah. So.
Yep.
Doom has this armor aura. There's Wind Rain against an Arcane Aura, so he should be more comfortable in this lane against the Lifestealer. Like the physical damage reduction from that aura is pretty good, I think. It's 3. It's like a ring of protection and a half. 3. Now he doesn't have it. He might actually be in trouble. He's got a lot of healing. And he has the phase boots. Slowed now. He's gonna TP out. Big double stun from
Stun
Nick.
affects it. Looks like the Harpy creep was eaten.
Yeah. So might have to find something better or something else to play with.
He's not got a lot. Really,
Ellie fighting the Underlord. Underlord's just fighting here. Does go down. Ellie may also.
Eclipse there will protect her. Sentry Water Keats does not have
Keats
enough
has
mana
no
there.
mana. I don't know if Ellie wants to go on him. I mean, she's hanging around like she does. Oh, she walked into it.
Oh, he has no idea that Ellie's right underneath.
Oh, it gets
Get
out!
with it.
Oh, the TP. It was like so close, that arrow. Ellie just hadn't. The Death Pact had run out and she'd not had a chance to renew it. So, she gets that.
We're close.
So have a switch over to net worth now.
Escapes on 35 HP.
I steal from the slow.
Puck, so yeah, Puck sitting on top, then Lifestealer, Windrunner. Clink's pretty much equal, exactly equal with Windranger, and Doom's slightly behind. And a bit of a drop off before the Underlord, who's had a more difficult time up here. So I guess Clink's maybe still good against Underlord. But equally, I think Underlord, like, Doom cheats because he has Devour, right? So I guess it's not the fairest comparison.
No, I mean, I expect Doom to be somewhat ahead just from that Devour. It's quite a lot of gold at this point. It's gone for 3 points in it, so it's 150 gold every 70 seconds.
Bounties are out. Nelson using the Chain Lightning. I heard a TP sound. Is that Nathan's here? He's TP'd down bot. Gets the coil onto Mike. He just walks out, takes a bunch of damage. In the meantime, there's a fight top, and yeah, both 5s go down at Bounty in time. As we see a 2 for 2 again. So the same as at 10 minutes, but I think all of the Wind Ranger also rotated that time. Maybe they did last time actually. They have 002 kill participation. So
that first one was the First Blood.
ah yes, yep. Your memory better than mine. I am old, so that's my excuse. Ellie farming up pretty well now. Basically even with the lifesteal. What's lifesteal looking to build? Is he going the Midas? No, just rushing the armor. His courier also died during that fight bottom. With like his stick, his wand and stuff on.
They never lost 60 gold each.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Ellie, top tower getting pressured really hard with this catapult by Biggles, just shoving it in.
No
Puck here.
breaking down
His
the
puck has been
radiant
shackled.
structures like this. The dire
Drink oil is back already.
Oh, whoa, big ult from Lion to kill the Wind Ranger. I finally go down to the fight. It's like a 1 for 0. There's a TP in from Biggles as well. He has no mana though.
Beautiful last buff on Lion, there's no one else can follow up on the team. And they are just going to take down the Disruptor again.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
So that ended up being just the 1 for 1. But if position 5 for the enemy mid is always going to be a good trade, even though it costs you, from looks of it, Doom, Coil, Finger. It's pretty.
I do get that finger stack, so I don't think they'll be complaining about it being on cooldown.
Yeah. Did they? I missed the start of the fight. Did they do the Wind Ranger as well?
I did not see that went out.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
But like, the flip side, I guess they lost the top tier one, so
Dire going straight back on bot. We'll
yeah.
Secure
I think this will be a, we want this bot tier 1 tower, but the cart's gone, so their push isn't very good. I guess pressure on Steven is always a good thing. He's, I assume he's just TP'd, he's going to the triangle. Armlet done?
My thrift reward. Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
I don't know. Can't find his courier. Oh, it's on the way. There it is. Yeah, armlet done. You're gonna see a defense from this tower. Mike's just hiding in the trees. He hasn't got a summon for 30, so just leeching the XP he can get. He has his ult now and he TP's out. Maybe that was what he was waiting for.
There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
Right, just not let the XP go to waste. Well, he's not TP'd very far, and maybe looking for him now.
Oh, they have the blink now on Puck. That's you, right?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Slightly just turned around by accident. There's a TP coming in. Who's this? Underlord. Coming to shove the bot wave out, I guess. Take that farm.
The Ranger is also nearby. So the vision from both teams on this Radiant jungle. Almost on top of each other.
Yeah. And another ward down from Radiant, so there's a lot of vision and miss with the sentry. Fight going down mid. They don't have Disruptor's ult still on Dire.
It clicks, which allows them to disengage that side of it. But Underlord is being wrapped on by all members of the team. Yeah, we'll go down to
Doom out onto the Life Stealer. I think we said in the draft, right, we don't love Life Stealer as the Doom target.
Yeah, he doesn't care a lot about that thing.
But the coil comes out. Can they kill the Wind Ranger? Doesn't look like it. This fight's very
Not
spread.
with that Lifestealer infesting.
The
That
Infest saves that, but
health.
maybe
Yeah.
Mike goes down, or just the creeps. Nathan misses all the buttons, but does get the creep kill.
It's
And they're
not
out
a
onto
huge
Ellie at
amount
the
of left over
up.
charges.
They kill Ellie, but they can't chase uphill.
There's that infest bomb first.
Yeah. And I assume Death Pact. Death Pact would have still been up, so. Just gotta keep farming, turn back off hero levels, back to net worth, and it's pretty even game given it's Doom on one team. I guess Underlord also farms okay.
I'm gonna look at all of these cores and say they all farm pretty effectively.
It's aggressive. Oh, Nathan has Invis, so he's just in no danger. Ellie eats the siege reaps, and that's that push done. I guess also one thing I didn't point out is this mid tower's gone on Radiant, so it's pretty big. I guess that explains how they could push into the jungle so easily. And they still like Mike spent quite a bit of time. He had his courier up on this cliff trying to find this bottom ward here. Was unable to. So.
Yep, that is unfortunate.
The Dire might
So
want to
expecting it
mine
to be
the
quite
top
so
tower.
deep, so early on. Gee, they also have no idea that there's radiant
Dire's
vision here,
top
so they
tower's getting beat
will
down.
be spotted out in this bound low stealer here.
Yeah. He feels like something is up, so yeah. Yeah, as you say, they saw her.
I'm surprised he wasn't
Nathan's
seeing anything.
TPing away. He shows his face just after the TP. Oh, but Nathan gets a kill on the Wind Ranger, so trade Wind Ranger for Lion. Not clear what happened to Wind Ranger.
I don't believe Wind Ranger was fully healed up after the last fight still.
No, it looks like not. She just took. Well, she took 1,000 damage, basically all from Puck and a tower shot. Maybe broke coil.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
There's an archer in mid as well, which I think was probably there.
Yeah. Looks like we might have another fight in the Radiant jungle. Ollie not afraid to throw out the big spells. He's got glimpse as well. Just as Doom blinks forward. Looks like Doom may be in trouble. Doom the Lifestealer again. Might be enough for him to get out. Ellie turned and like bashes a little bit. Oh, the big shackle shot. That should be Ellie's death. Yeah, they have the sentry down. It's a big kill again. To Ellie.
Also low.
I don't know what got fingered there, but it's not dead. Nathan's come back in. He's gonna die for that, surely.
Should do, but Puck can get out of a lot of things.
He has a phase shift.
Get these out.
Nope, he dies.
Oh.
The Underlord gets him.
Matters not to me.
That was aggressive. Maybe he didn't know how low he was.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
It's hard to greatly estimate Puck's survivability. You can get out of some situations that it seems like you should never be able to get out of.
Yeah, the Underlord really read it really well. Like, just running straight up to be like, I'm just gonna cut them off. It looks like they're gonna get the Doom who came to try and defend the tower. This Underlord route pit is just catching people out quite a lot.
It's beautiful on the macro power on top of it.
Yeah. The tier 1 goes down for Quib. Quib's what 500 gold from away is MKB. It doesn't really look like anyone on Dire has an answer yet. Like, Doom's still a long way away from his disarm. Puck going for Yules. Ellie doesn't have like any. Has a Desolator, sorry. I was like, doesn't have a Orchid yet, but yeah.
So, in terms of mutual items, we can see Radiant have not found any of their tier 2s yet, and Dire have found all of those, but they're only using, well, it's 2 of theirs, but they're only using 2 items. So, yeah, still got nothing on 2 of the heroes, and Ellie has 1 in her backpack.
Yeah. Clumsy net, pretty good for Jakira. Oh, that's so good for Jakira, right? You don't even need an item now. You just like press your buttons and
It
kill
is,
someone.
but yeah, it's also very good on the Underlord as well.
That's true. That's
Really
Underlord
good.
got at the moment. Underlord can is it net? Is it their instant string they just got?
It's keeping the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. Gonna take him a while to kill this creep with the Philosopher's Stone.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill. My thrift rewards.
He has enough ways to farm with dual breath.
Nathan's ambitiously gone in. His team are coming though. Oh, good shout from Steven to just infest and peg it. I don't think you're going. Can Doom devour this? Can Ellie devour it? Looks like the answer was Ellie could devour it. That should be Steven dead.
Giant not enough.
Underlord shoving top, and the MKB comes out from under it. But that's a big kill onto the Steven.
So that is his first death so far. He's top of the net worth.
Yeah. Which is maybe an issue. Coil used onto Mike here. He should be dead. But they're gonna kill Nelson for it, and Mike's still alive. They could lose to Jakira instead. Mike's still living. Ellie kills the Underlord. And that's too many spells. But 5 down just before Lifestealer respawns. Big fight. Gold lead though, still slightly favouring the Dire. Very close though.
Very slightly.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
In fact, Gaven was considerably favouring the Radiant before that fight. Nearly 70%. Now it's down to 62% in favour of Radiant.
Yeah. Looks like Nick maybe blinks out in time. Well played. Just TPs. Keats can get him? No, he doesn't have stun available. Underlord brings heroes out to the shrine to try and chase, but
It's very low cooldown. I assumed that with this early Ice Path point from Keats that he'd be maxing Ice Path.
yeah, I
Very
would have
maxing
thought so. Especially given who you've got to combat with the Underlord pit and things. It seems perfect game. Maybe they wanted to push.
Scale well, but the stun on Ice Path is probably the best scaling ability he's got.
Yeah, I mean dual breath damage rise, but that's not really like you're not picking Jakira's non-ultimate spells for their damage. I think mostly. Not on this support Jakira at least. So have a bit of an outing roundup. Underlord has maybe finished Atos, or he's going back for Blade Mail first. MKB on the Wind Ranger, building towards BKB. I've got Armlet SMY on Steven. I do have a fight. Do have a bit of a go on Ellie and Nick. Nick probably the more in danger, but there's Nathan in the vicinity on the puck. Wind Ranger's on someone. I think ulted. Ollie gets snipes him with the spell, and they kill the Lion elsewhere with Steven.
Nearly to life next to the glimpse, but Power Shot is just such a long range.
Yeah. So 2 for nil, and probably a tier 2 tower, right? Puck's just stood here farming. It's quite aggressive. Keats sort of
Does not respect kill potential here. I don't see him getting killed over that. Maybe enough.
I don't think this Yule's helps, right? Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I thought you wouldn't be able to blink. I thought you'd just get rerouted. But not enough to save the tower.
If he blinks in the right direction, he can.
Okay. Underlord maybe stayed behind a bit long, but he is Underlord. His team are all still here. Quib ults the puck, who just phase shifts.
Managed to drop the Underlord low enough. Well, doomed, and then Static Storm on Lifestealer.
Breaks the coil and dies.
Yeah.
Big 2-man shackle shot again. Oh, the puck's still not dead. Gonna teleport away? No. Stays there. Blinks to safety.
Just looking for that power shot. Could not quite find it.
Shadow invisibility. Try and save Keats. We've got a chase over. But the creep body blocks. That's a good fight for the Dire. Turn around, like, Underlord overstayed and they were actually okay to initiate on him. Normally not the target you go on. Ellie looking for a snipe behind.
Ellie doing 3.5k damage that fight, more than the entire Radiant team put together.
Maybe a Windranger kill as well now. But has no spells, yeah. Now they're dead. I can never remember spell names when I'm casting, that's really bad.
It's hard to say things. Not very good, is it?
So 4-finger death stacks on this line. It's pretty good given like it's only just level 12, so I assume that's like maybe his first level 2 ult. The first level cooldown is pretty good. DD outside Roshan.
I'm not even sure he got it off before leveling it up. Sorry, he leveled up before getting it off.
Oh yeah, probably got the kill with the old one, right? So no, did they miss it? They missed the DD. They tried to give it to Clinks and they ran out of time.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom
We're
tower?
doing that, just have a bit of like a vision on the map at the moment. Dire have set one forward up in the triangle, the Radiant triangle to be aggressive. Radiant just have one observer, see, defending their jungle.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty
no-
dark for both teams, especially on the Dire side of the map.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Yeah, they've got quick waves. Pushing start pushing, so that's giving them some vision.
Radiant's courier.
Oh, they might get the lifestealer here.
Silence. Yeah.
They just like Ellie just were they just deciding they wanted to go high ground? Is that the play and they just ran into lifestealer? Because there's no other reason. I guess this outpost makes sense.
They drew a line on the map through Radiant jungle to bot lane.
Okay.
Play they want to be making.
Mindbreaker. It's got to be pretty good on Clinks. But at the moment, Nelson backpacking it.
It is, yeah. No. Okay, it looks also pretty good.
Oh, instant 2 blinks out, double stun, double coil, double silence. They don't get the finger death kill, but he still gets the stack because he dies so soon after. It's a big glyph though. Puck dies, Windranger buys back. Looks like basically everyone on Dire. That Macropie did so much. The triple kill with the power shot! Oh my god.
Can someone clip that in the chat?
Yeah, let's get another clip.
I had a lot of tips.
That's a worth buyback, I think. Only Ellie survives and they just got the Windranger. They got half the tower, but it's not value. And they lose this outpost control, which is, 30-minute outpost would have been pretty big to keep. But I guess crucially, Ellie didn't die, still has the Aegis, so they can go again when they're alive.
Yeah.
And they have the 8-minute window. Alright, with Windranger doesn't have buyback, so if we kill this hero, we can maybe go high ground, even without Aegis.
Dire just couldn't save that bottom tower.
They may be a bit more cautious though after that.
Yeah, well they were, like 5 heroes stood or 4 heroes stood on the high ground, which is the classic how to not push high ground that IDL does so well.
They've also got no doom up for 60 seconds, so they may be waiting for that as well.
Yeah. The Chen heal was like perfect, because otherwise I think it was both the people, I think Windranger and Jakira would have died, but the Chen healing came through real big in that fight. Mike, maybe gonna just get 2-shot. Yeah.
That 3-shot. So,
Ellie gets pinned, but they have vision? They have dust now. Turned around just BKBs. Windranger's die back. Lifestealer coiled. They don't have Ags, right? They do have Ags on Puck, so Steven can't break it. Does he get? He goes down. The damage from Ellie is enough.
I thought he was going to get out there through that, walking through the trees there, but one final right click from Lion followed him.
Yeah. Was it from Lion? I thought it was Ellie. My bad. Yeah. Just enough damage. And they know Windranger's dead for 50. They just have to push into Underlord now.
Aegis as well.
Yeah. This Clink's proven pretty strong here. That's your tier 3, guys. It seems to have died. And Nathan just blinks uphill. Doesn't give a flying monkeys about anything that's going on. His Underlord goes invisible, so he can't die for a minute. Nelson in. Lifesteal's about to respawn. This is big Ice Path Macropire. Lifesteal is instantly coiled, silenced, and sent back to the fountain, so he's probably fine.
The one thing we haven't called out is the halberd on this Doom, which is going to be a bit of an issue for Lifestealer.
Ellie deletes the Chen with the BKB charge, and it looks like Dyer might be happy with the range Rex. Range Rex and chill.
Yeah, there's Windranger's back up, so you've only got the Chen still down.
Maybe it's a fake back though, they're still here.
They are. They've got coil up in 5 seconds, so that's probably what Nathan's shouting in chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's coil out onto the Lifestealer. They lose the Lion and attempting to go on the Jakiro. Ellie is now in danger. Aegis just runs out! No! Oh! The classic throws. Aegis timers seem to be a theme in IDL right now.
Clearing up the disruptor on the retreat.
Yeah. Doom should be okay. Nathan doing the smart thing. I'm gonna push your high ground again. Because super hard for them to kill him, right? It's just Underlord that you're scared of.
I think it has to be someone else as well. I think it has to be Underlord and either Jakiro or Windranger.
Yeah, I think Windranger is just maybe not enough damage on Jakiro. Used all these spells on this Doom Illusion. It's dead.
Tanky, but yeah, it's now dead.
Jakiro has come back, so
Yeah, silence.
Coil comes out.
Underlord says, I'm just going to get out of here.
They have Disruptor? No, Disruptor not there in time. But they catch who they caught, the Chen. If they have detection, he should go down, I would think. I think this creep's following him, so it made their life a bit easier.
Another finger stack. For the line, it was nearly got hacks together now. Just 400 gold off.
Yeah. I think on the full line, that's like pretty good as well, right? You get this Blink Dagger, so you can initiate, and then the Aghanim Scepter's like the classic 4 item.
Yep, it's the classic, fairly greedy 4 item. Now he didn't go for Blink, which is
Every coin helps.
good. He's
Yeah.
not going for the soul.
I mean, I guess the only slight thing that they have is they have no save like on any of their heroes. There's no Force Staff or anything on Disruptor. Ellie walks uphill into a Jakiro and an Underlord and a Lifestealer, and is probably just dead. Okay. I thought she might be able to kill someone, but
Online, but he is further protected by the static storm drop.
yeah. But he gets slowed by the Chen
Drop down.
and stunned. The coil comes out from Nathan, but Lifestealer can just hop out if he needs to keep chasing, but it saves the Disruptor at least.
I'm very dead thanks to that. Lovely. Ice Path Macropower. Finished off by the Windranger.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan wants to cut the waves.
More onto the Disruptor. Should Beautiful Shackle Connect set up by the Underlord.
I'm watching something else, sorry. I dead Disruptor. Has he got Blink on Quip? No Blink.
No, that was just a clumsy net into Shackle Shot.
Dyer doing the right thing, like, there's just no objectives for Radiant to take. Like, mid lane was at their racks, bot lane's in at their base as well. Like, Steven went home. The creeps are now sort of coming, but Nathan's
They might lose this bot tier 3.
Nathan's maybe dead though. He messed up his spells. Just gets deleted.
So yeah, the tier 3 won't go down unless Doom manages to fill it in, which he's going for at the moment.
Should be a couple of clicks if he goes for it. Has he noticed how low it is? I don't think he has.
I think he's afraid that he can't. Doom's attack time is not progressed.
Buyback. Ellie, Hex Bloodthorn onto this. Oh, so many things onto lifesteal. He breaks the coil. Is he going to die to that? He goes down. Big damage coming out. There's Bloodthorn, Hex, and the kill onto the Underlord as well. Cost them a buyback on the puck. Blinks into.
Really like Nathan positioning, chasing forward onto those. Get more kills out of it.
Should be 4, I would think. Windranger is safe, so it looks like Chen just going to go down.
2 of those were because Nathan said, okay, that Underlord is dead, I'm going to go forward and make sure we get more out of this, and that was a really nice play by him.
Yeah, it was good.
Top
He's got the Dagon queued now. On a hero, it's good on not Bounty Hunter. Thoughts?
Goom really likes the Dagon on Puck. I mean, if you can delete a hero that would otherwise live on like 200 HP and turn around and cast all their spells, then it's good, right?
Yeah, I think once you have the other items that you need for the game, which in this game was obviously the defensive Yule Scepter, although I think he's probably killed himself as much with save himself, and also the Aghanim Scepter, which he had to have against the Lifestealer. Finish off this mid lane. Roshan, they've got a courier in the pit, so I guess that's where they're going to go back to.
There is also a Chen creep in the pit though, so Radiant know about this, and they're going to have everyone up in a couple of seconds.
And they still have top tier 2, so they can actually get out pretty easily as well. Bot lane is also pushing away, so they're okay. Yeah, TP instantly up from Keats.
Steven's inside Quib.
Ward comes out.
Roche is going to fall before they get there.
Yes.
Unless Eddie gets bashed to death. Oh!
Big Windranger ult onto the Doom. Doom's just going to die. But they do get the Aegis, and now they're going to be able to run away. Nathan's dead again. That's a dieback.
Nathan had to tank that, I think. Like, his team were not in fighting shape.
Hey, that's
like,
a
it looked
dieback.
like Roche was just going to die. But then...
All there, onto the Disruptor.
It just kept bashing Ellie, and it almost, like, killed her, so...
Yeah.
Nathan had to go into the pit. And then by that time, Radiant got into position. Like, what? I don't know why the Doom wasn't tanking there for her. That would have made that super easy.
I mean, they saw the Jakiro and tried to go on it, but just didn't. There seemed to be like miscommunication. Some of them went, some of them stayed, and I think that's like the worst thing that can happen there.
Yeah, I think they needed to, the communication needed to be either we finish Roche or we fight. You can't do both.
Yeah. And they don't have the Underlord to help defend. They do have an Ellie to kill this Lifestealer if he stays there. Ellie doesn't have BKB, but does have Aegis, right? That's where we're at.
Yeah. She's
So,
gonna take down to Jakiro shit though.
Aegis gone. Doom out onto the Lifestealer again. There's been a lot of Lifestealer, Dooms on Lifestealer this game.
Underlord's dead.
Buyback on...
Can Ellie get on top of the Lifestealer? The pit's causing her to have to path around her, which is really awkward.
Yeah, she has BKB back up. They have Disruptor ult available.
Need a glimpse here from Ollie. No, gonna be evaded by the Glimmer. Steven's on top of Ellie.
Celia buyback, she does. She's gonna have to use it. Oh, Lifestealer's so low. Ollie, cast your ult. They've thrown like all their buybacks in to save this Rax. Not sure it's worth it. Could have just given up the Rax, maybe. Fought over the second one, I don't know. So
Very
after
difficult
that,
series of plays there for Dire.
yeah, I mean, they save the Rax. They lose all 5 buybacks down now, I think. Yeah, all 5
Yes, they're all down.
cooldown. Whereas they only used Underlord's buyback on Radiant about 4 minutes ago. They finish their tier 3s off and get their first tier 4 item. Paladin sword now for Ellie. And she'd had that like for some of these fights. She was building Satanic, she's gone back for a 4-staff now. I guess, as we mentioned earlier on, the lack of 4-staff to save has been a bit difficult a few times for them. Ninja Gear, it's got to be good for someone, I don't know, it looks like Ellie may be taking it. Puck's just got to be something better than Keen Opted for Puck for Dire, right? Like Magic Lamp, Mindbreaker, Pupil's Gift.
Yeah, Mindbreaker or Magic Lamp, surely.
Yeah. I mean, even Pupil's Gift, I guess the health isn't important on Puck. If you're getting hit, you've messed up.
Yeah.
Spell
I mean, the hard dispel on Lamp is so nice.
Yeah.
It just gives you another parameter to mess up in.
Yeah, I agree. He did get a Spell Prism.
Radiant smoked up.
Yeah. So they might find Ellie here.
Uh-oh.
Coil comes out. Ellie 4-staffs herself away, but what she died to there?
Quip just ran her down.
Oh, it was quick. For some reason I thought it was Lifestealer. Yes, that could well be game. It's just all the Roshan fight. It's just all game completely changed on Nathan dying. I think he had to be more passive and let Ellie die if someone was going to die, because he knew he should have known he didn't have buyback. He's not having great luck dodging these Atoses.
Let's get the blink out.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
I'm not sure why Dire are top and not mid, but maybe they think they can get both.
I guess just they had creeps coming here, so it's faster to bring the creeps in, but they can probably get both if they want. I mean, I was half expecting a Throne go, but maybe that's a bit too
They've
ambitious.
still got 50 seconds.
They don't have a lot of building damage, I guess. They have no Desolator or anyone, right? So.
Steven's got like all utility, not a lot of damage right now, so.
They have Lincolns on someone.
Dire's mid-rags.
On Chen.
Around no more.
No, Quip. Excuse me.
They're gonna start putting some damage into the tier 4s.
BKB from Quip. Blink dodge on the Ice Path from the Lion. That's seems like they've used enough spells. They're just gonna retreat back. Did the bot? Yeah, the bot to 3 went. So bit of range creep damage, but they're back in base now. And it feels like, gotta say that Radiant are in the driving seat again now.
Looks that way. I mean, Steven's going to start coming online in terms of damage once he finishes this Abyssal out. And I think I really like the optimization from Steven, because normally if you build like this on Lifestealer, you just get ignored because you don't do anything. But he's identified that the damage is coming from Quib and from the Underlord and like Jakiro AoE. So all he has to do is stop people kiting out. And the items that he's got allow him to do that really well.
Yeah. And there isn't actually like, except for the Doom, which he doesn't care about in the slightest, there isn't actually like super tanky cores on Dire. Like, if he catches Puck here with like 13 armor, I think he can probably just like Abyssal and do enough that Puck has to be in danger. The Clinks is a bit more tanky, but it's not like, I don't know, like a Sven or something, right? Where you need like some sort of MKB damage. And yeah, with the Manta style, he's got a way to get rid of these silencers that have been struggling. I don't know if I like the Manta style more than the BKB though. I guess the movement speed's nice, and he built S and Y early on, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he's divided the items. I mean, the BKB would be nice against the Disruptor ult, but if you can, it's one of those things, like if you can get away with, oh, Mike might be caught out here. Yeah, just get deleted. But if you can get away with the
They get more. They get the Jakiro as well.
Back on Jakiro.
It's got invisibility. Yeah, they do. It took a bit of time. Oh, Disruptor ult as well. They might get 2 Underlords.
Rebuy on the Chen.
Oh,
lovely coil on 3.
But Jakiro's like actually ruining them. Oh, big line ult. Puck Gonna be okay? Yeah, looks fine. No, gets stunned. Has cheese. But dies. Oh my goodness. But has buyback back, so... Nelson...
Nelson on top.
I mean, he's probably not getting out, right?
No.
He has buyback in 5 seconds, though. Lion's probably the worst one. 2 minutes.
Right, so what... Oh, that fight was really, really well played by Radiant. It looked really bad for them. But what came out of that was their itemization, particularly on that Jakiri. The Jakiri's so hard to kill. It took them ages. Like, he looked 100% dead. He was out of position. Getting right-clicked down by Ellie. And then all of a sudden, he gets all his spells off, kites back out, and survives the fight.
Yeah. And it's just like, also, you don't want to fight in choke points against Jakiro Underlord, right? His puck's just being ruined. He should be able to blink out here. No, he doesn't have blink up, so is he dead? Just his dieback again.
No, he's out.
No, he's out, okay. Has enough health.
If he got bashed there, he would have died.
Yeah. It looks like Ellie's like struggling to damage now. Should be mega creeps, I think. Oh, Ellie's gonna die.
Just destroying them.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
This like Jakiro Underlord combo has been so hard to play against for like all of them.
Shit on the ground TM.
Nathan's gonna die as well, and that should be... I say he's gonna die, he's actually probably fine. Nope.
Nope. Shit on the ground. GG's called.
Wow. What a turnaround. Like... I mean, Dota Plus... Even Dota Plus thought 80% chance for the die to get that one. Keats Ice Pass, like, just invincible Jakiro. This is why he's got 100% pick ban in IDL still.
Yeah. I was surprised it wasn't touched in the first phase. I guess you've got like, you got the Doom, which is a priority, and the Chen for Beaver Revolution. So yeah, and I guess you're kind of not thinking about banning out supports in the second ban phase, but like
Yeah.
it just does so much. Like, it wins the lane, and it's got a massive AoE stun, AoE damage, particularly when combined with other ways to hold people in place, which you've got with the Chen. You've got the Underlord, you can shackle people, and then like Lifesteal obviously builds into the Abyssal. It just does so much. Like, if we look at the damage numbers, which is not even the main component of why Jakiro is good, he's got more damage than the Lifesteal, and more damage than the Underlord, obviously more damage than the Chen. But on the Dire team, like, he's done more damage than everyone except the Clinks and the Puck, and the Puck is barely ahead of him.
Yeah. Yeah, it did feel like later on they just lacked damage, like, pretty heavily. There's not even like an AC, right, on the Radiant. And yet the Clink still felt like it was just not hurting these heroes late game.
No, they had the mech aura, and I don't know if Chen had the Frost Ogre.
I don't know, he may well have done. But Lifesteal had evasion, obviously. Underlord had a couple of armor items. Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, just big damage issues, and the Puck got caught one or two too many times, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I came in at the point where I think, from the sounds of it, the game had already started to turn, but definitely the fights that God Kings took towards the end just looked a little bit like uncoordinated. Like, people didn't really use their spells together, and like Nathan was having a horrible time trying to do anything on the Puck.
Yeah, it did not feel like a last pick Puck kind of game. It's too difficult, I think.
Yeah, like when you use phase shift, you want it to be like, okay, this is my ticket out, I'm fine. Against Underlord and Jakiro, it just isn't.
No. He had the Yule Scepter as well, but like, you need a BKB, I think, even to play that game as Puck. Or at least I would be much more comfortable with